Hey folks, this is another OBS tech requirement tutorial for Cosmic Stream Fest, and this time I'm going to focus on compressor and limiter settings for your audio. We're going to stay focused on this audio mixer area down here, and this is my main output that's going out to the stream, and it would be my desktop audio in this case from my Orion. Yours might differ a bit, but you'll have a gear here that you can click on. We click on that gear and we can go to filters. So filters is how they describe plugins or effects in OBS. And you'll see I have a couple things loaded here. We'll come back to that. Down here in the lower left hand corner is a plus sign, and this is where you can add different elements, including VSTs. So any VSTs that are loaded on my system are recognized here. Now, I haven't used this yet. I do want to do some more testing, but my thinking at the moment is I don't want to have any additional CPU load on my system running these VSTs, so I'm staying away from that for now. More testing required, but I know a lot of people try to use those and probably have really good luck. So we'll take that out for now. So yeah, right now I have a limiter and a compressor here, and these will be used in the order that they appear. So right now I'm hitting the limiter first, and then I'm hitting the compressor. I did some testing, flipping these around. You could use the arrows down here to flip these around. And this just ended up being where I landed. So nothing particularly special. Everybody's settings are probably going to be a bit different anyway. But just like in the real world, the order that you put your effects in can make a big difference. So some of this is not as scientific as we'd like it to be, I guess. But the other thing to note is there is a stock limiter right here, but the stock limiter only gives you threshold and release controls, which if that's all you need, that might be fine. I did some experimenting with that. Then I did some more study on this and decided to go with taking a compressor and just setting the settings here so that it's basically a limiter. So having a really high ratio and a high threshold, so that now this is going to act as my limiter. And this is what I have now. So this is my limiter, and this is my compressor. These are just the settings I'm using. Your mileage is going to vary depending on the type of program content and also your creative approach to compression. Some people like stuff to be really heavily compressed, others don't. The main idea here is you don't want anything clipping and you don't want anything distorted. So, even if you're doing noise music, you want the noise to be happening because you intended it to happen, not because it's going out to the stream and it's being crunched inappropriately there. So this is largely going to depend on your program content. I also want to note there is a ducking option here. I did try this at one point. I had a microphone signal coming into OBS, and then I had just a program, music program on another channel coming in, and it works really well. The ducking does work really well if you're doing radio type stuff. But for singing against a backing track, it was very distracting, so I wouldn't recommend it for that. For my pieces where I'm singing along with something, I'm basically mixing myself as I would in a live situation. I'm not doing any sleight of hand with ducking because it really makes it sound unnatural. So this is something to check out, spend some time on, and if you have any questions or suggestions about settings that are working for you, let the community know, and thanks for watching.